Gap sent me a check for $0 and 1 cent with no explanation. The difference between my brother and I's tan. I found a tiny pocket knife at a music festival. My husband has brown eyes. I have blue. These are our 4 children's eyes. Got stung on my neck. Now it is making its way into my lymphatic system. Chocolate nobody opened for 2 years. My uniform shoes after 4 years of high school. The sun on my door is so bright you can see it through the door. This restaurant only prints their very short menus on business cards. My transition glasses were left in the mesh pocket of my backpack. I received a counterfeit $10 bill as change at my local pub. Me and my boyfriend have the same mill on opposite hands. You still have to be 21 to purchase non-alcoholic beer. Under US laws, one has to be 21 years or older to purchase non-alcoholic drinks. ID is required. There's a streak on my mirror that never gets foggy. I have a circular ingrown hair. This perfect looking burger I got from Dairy Queen. Saw this lemur at a local grocery store. This mosquito deterring candle is full of beetles every single morning. Receipt with division hit. These groups of spots on an egg my chicken laid. My used soap bar looks like chicken best. This Wendy's I stopped at sells 50-piece nuggets. My grandma's chickens had laid eggs that have white yolks. My sister and I have the same birthmark, but opposite. This customer replaced their passenger seat with a shopping cart. This bowl claims no child labor used. The police officer on this anti-fly tipping poster is just Justin Timberlake with a photoshopped police hat. My daughter isn't walking yet, so her shoes are wearing out backwards. This specific spot on my girlfriend's elbow doesn't get goosebumps. A Walmart in Florida now has sensory-friendly hours. Join us for sensory-friendly hours every Saturday between July 8th to August 26th at 8 to 10 a.m. During these hours, you'll experience a calmer shopping environment. This monster facial hair compared to a normal one. This weird burn mark on the sidewalk. Went to look at a house that had this weird passageway from the hall closet to the bathroom. This thing that came out of my husband's ear. An item at the Field Museum was removed because it was inappropriate to display it. This item was removed because it is inappropriate to display. My vitamins misprint. I only got 5 pink good and plenty in my box of candy. Found a magazine full of bullets, but no firearm in my hotel. My local coffee shop uses pasta for stir sticks. For 7 years, half of this deck has been used to play euchre. The other half has been relatively untouched. I grew a zucchini that is roughly the size of my cat. Attempting to place milk on my cereal when a bit groggy in the hospital. License plates from the Canadian Northwest Territories are polar bear shaped. The groundhog in our backyard likes our kid bench. This thrift store find has timestamps of all curse words in Ghostbusters, 1984. Accidentally gave myself a tattoo. Found this giant concrete lid while renovating my late grandparents' house. My sister wearing a shirt of me wearing a shirt of my brother. This tree grew around a 2x6. Old and new Fantalogus next to one another. This map of America in Vietnamese. McDonald's bottom bun has sesame seeds. All the pins were removed from Russia in this kind of hotel. My cat was not photogenic as a baby. Taco Bell in China gives you an instruction guide on how to eat a taco. Toilet paper roll from Kyrgyzstan has no center. The size comparison between an female American S shirt, left, versus a Japanese XL shirt, right. Found in not so many mini wheat in my box of cereal. This double urinal. This bag of chips I bought at approximately 3,000 meters over sea level. After 3 years, I discover my fridge has a heat source shelf. I got 2 consecutive dollar bills in my change. Crystals I found that formed in an old packet of soy sauce. Local Coney Island near me requires gratuity. Gratuity is required. Groups of 4 or more will have 20% gratuity added to the bill. The way my husband balances his toiletries is due to lack of rack. My local sushi place has these meme paintings. This turtle has the number 2 on its shell. This moth I found on my porch. It's called a rosy maple moth. Jumanji board game abandoned in my apartment complex. Never seen a third rainbow. This piece of toilet paper doesn't have the typical line to rip it off. Etna, the volcano, gave birth to an enormous smoke ring yesterday when I was there. My watermelon was orange. SodaStream puts expiration dates on their plastic bottles. Found this weird pepper at work. Indigo millcap mushrooms I foraged. The only language they felt needed an exclamation point was German. Never leave child unattended. 100-year-old urinal in old courthouse I work in. This unusually large semi-truck cab. Our McDonald's order tonight had a 24-year-old sticker on it. My mom's apartment building has no 3rd, 4th, or 5th floor, but it does have a 13th floor. This oatmeal claims to be specially formulated for Japanese people. Specially formulated oatmeal for ease of consumption by Japanese people. This dollar store is giving away their hand sanitizer stock. Hand sanitizers. Free. No purchase required. This hand washing sign posted in the bathroom of the local board game cafe. I was in 5-hour standstill traffic, but with a wonderful scenic view. Had a mutated beard hair which was splitting into multiple white hair strands. There's grass growing on my lawnmower. My silicone ice cube tray got squished by the freezer door. This giant Ruffles chip that was in the bag lol. There was a dried pepperoni in my Doritos. A helicopter phone found at Goodwill. I have 2 freckles next to each other, so I got a smile tattoo. This guy has his patent numbers listed on his headstone. Copy of my shot records after 12 years in the United States Air Force. Every cell phone I have ever owned. Today I saw a parasite leaving the body of a dead cockroach. This real car that looks like a little Tykes car has a little Tykes car strapped on top of it that has a little Tykes strapped on top. My dad pulled a frog with 5 legs out of our pool. Stairs that let you know how many calories you're burning by walking up them. All this corn costed less than $10. My neighbor's taste in t-shirts. Chicks hatched from fertile Trader Joe eggs. A supermarket in Talon is selling ostrich eggs. I cracked an egg that looks like a cartoon rodent. Spam is on sale at Costco in Hawaii. A ring I made from a coin. Bulkbuster sign in West Philadelphia. This public bathroom in Norway has one toilet for the parent and a smaller one for their child. Toilet bowl in hospital. Looks like Thanos head. Mushrooms grow in circles. This perfectly heart-shaped strawberry. My tattoo stencil gel tell me not to duck up the tattoo as part of its usage instructions. Clean and prep the seam. Pump a small amount onto your glove. Rub it in until it feels tacky. Apply stencil and press firmly. Allow the stencil to dry for 10 minutes. Don't duck up the tattoo. My girlfriend's apartment building has windows painted onto the side. Different types of barbed wire used in Australia since 1868. Invoice for the first computer my uncle bought me in 1988. My Big Mac lettuce wasn't shredded. My grandmother kept records of all of our phone conversations. There was a sprouted seed in my apple. Fingerprint pattern on my grandmother's tablet. The 1970s manhole covers in my neighborhood have the word works misspelled. I got 7 breadsticks instead of 6. Given a choice, most bees prefer Coca-Cola. I grew a tomato with a nose. This rust that looks like a rat. The airport coffee shop offers mini rock candies to stir into coffee, rather than sugar packets. My local pub gives you a free pint of beer if you donate a board game. Donate a board game to us, and we will donate a B&K pint to you. The irritation of these fan manufacturers. The do's and don'ts. 1. Do not use product if wet. That means do not use in wet environments like bathrooms, as it may damage the product. 2. Do not shake or knock the product excessively. It's a fan, not a Polaroid picture. 3. Do not disassemble or attempt to repair the product yourself. This will void warranty, and no, we don't care if you have a PhD in engineering. 4. For longevity of the product, only use the product at room temperatures of 0 to 40 degrees Celsius. If your room temperature is above this range, we advise you to move. The fan will not help much. 5. We can't believe we have to say this, but this is a battery powered device, so do not throw it in the fire. A dog wearing sunglasses came into the food bank yesterday. This tree was struck by lightning and refused to die. Distribution of Haribo gummy bears in a packet. Discovered this while traveling through Pennsylvania. Russian warship. Go duck yourself. Went to a McDonald's and noticed someone park their lawnmower in a space. A mystery flavor bag of Doritos that my grandma sent me from Mexico. The no parking sign was swallowed by a tree near me. The building across from ours, New York City, has a different light pattern on every floor. I spent $7.11 at 7-Eleven. These street lamps I saw in Iceland are shaped like people doing kung fu. Soap being sold in bulk and not pre-cut. You decide the size you want and cut it yourself. I have a freckle on each foot in the exact same place. I found a McDonald's coupon in my grandparents' house that expired in 1971. I have cut exactly 100 grams of bread by accident. This adorable dog upholstery on a couch in my veterinarian's office. Found a package of Oreos from 2008 in my dad's cupboard. KFC fried chicken scented fire log. Heat sauce section in a Mexico City supermarket. My pupils after putting allergy drops in one eye. A lunar rainbow produced by moonlight. This mother moth and her eggs on my window. My dog is missing a tiny piece of his tongue. A World War II anti-air tower turned into an aqua zoo in my city because demolition was too expensive. The cell phones at an amusement park. My windowsill has the trace of a fossil in it. My onion had 5 centers. An old recipe on how to cook camel. This stop sign by my work is almost entirely faded by the sun. Entry for U in my animal ABC book. U is for Uromastyx, basking under the sun. Cup broke a circular hole. An actual deck chair from the Titanic. Found this frog while working on an old gas pump. I left my jello in the fridge for too long and half of it froze, and the other half was normal. My milk has anchovies, sardines and tilapia in it. My bag of M&Ms only has one red one. A potato at the grocery store appears to have a bed. My brother's computer exposes you to plumbum. This horse gas mask. This barcode has a tractor and field. This company brings a mini showroom to you. This disappearing house. My co-worker's onion ring in shape of a don't sign. This hotel shower has the glass cut out, so you can turn on the water without getting wet. Ham perfectly covering bread. Found a beef bouillon cube in my chicken bouillon. This McDonald's cup has a list of all the movies, shows, and music videos it starred in. Racing fuel an option at the pump. 100-year-old playing cards, used and unused. The hotel I'm at has Komodo dragon-shaped towels. This cricket is in 3 states at once. There's a tomato plant growing outside a Jersey Mike's in my hometown. There was an expiration date printed onto my mustard. Saw a squirrel eating a waffle outside work. I bought a saffron pistachio flavored Snickers. They only sell these in India. The barcode is part of the design on the milk carton. My feet 1 year ago, when I was homeless versus today. Old Game Boy game found under my Airbnb bed. This pepper was ripening in an uncool looking pattern of patches. This bike trail has been closed off due to a plant breaking through the road. In the Czech Republic's second city, Brno, you can travel 15 minutes on public transport to a municipally owned and run outdoor swimming pool fed by spring water, surrounded by a forest. A chef in a Syrian restaurant near my home in Egypt made the largest chicken shawarma skewer, which needs a heavy metal chain to lift onto fire. It's 800 kilograms, 1,763 pounds.